the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Kia.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm joined by Shaq and the Jet. Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics playing against the San Antonio Spurs. Checking out the Spurs, they went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. This Celtics group, led by Coach Brad Stevens, he has them fighting every minute of every game. Shaq, he is definitely one of the bright young coaching stars in this league.
Yeah, he pushes every player on his roster to compete. He gets more out of this roster than the sum of his parts. That's real geometrical, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. You almost lost me.
Yeah, I am lost. But I'll tell you, what he's done since he's come from the collegiate ranks is he has instilled a style of play in those Celtics. So when you watch the Celtics every night, you say, okay, I know what to expect. Opposing teams respect him. His players love him.
And now we send you to Kevin Harlan as they get ready for the opening tip.
It's the home of the Celtics here in Boston as 2K Sports brings you today's action live. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brett Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. Celtics make a quick stop here in front of their Boston fans just one game before heading back out. The questions are... Thinking about them right now, starting the season 0-5. Very rough go.
And I think for Boston, they've looked decidedly average here in the early stages of the season. And that's shocking when you consider the kind of success they're coming off from a year ago.
And they're going to have to step up their execution in a big way if they hope to come close to having the same success as they did last year. The good news for them is it's early and they have the luxury of time to get things sorted out.
All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the court right now for the Spurs, Leonard and Aldridge, the two stars at the 3 and the 4. Parker and Green, the tried and tested backcourt. And it's Gasol and at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. Just 4 to shoot. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. And fortunes can change so much in the course of a season. A team that's hot early can go cold and vice versa.
Well, this is why 82 games are so important. We talk about the playoff time and people refer to the season being long. Well, the good teams dig out of those ruts really quickly, Kevin, and put themselves in the position to get back into the playoff picture.
You just want to be consistent. That probably is as elusive a thing as anything.
Consistency sometimes, Kevin, doesn't result in multiple wins in a row. It just means that your team has a level of play that the coach and the players are happy with.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Just 3 to shoot. Thomas, no good. San Antonio with the ball. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And they had to be sensational defensively on that night to compensate for the fact that they just couldn't find a rhythm offensively.
I don't think any measure of D could have made up for their shortcomings on the offensive end. They couldn't find a way to maintain any kind of success on that end of the floor.
Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Celtics ball. The Celtics have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Kicks to Johnson. Picked by Horford. Horford with the screen on Green. Bradley kicks to Horford. And it's sent back by Aldridge.
Maybe he's not the most aggressive defender or the most physical, but Aldridge does have mobility. That time he sends it back.
Here's Horford. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And Horford really one of the most versatile big men in the league. You put him at the 4 or the 5 where he can score and defend from out of those positions, and really a great system player.
Free throw dropped for Al Horford. And you talked about the adaptability of Horford. Brent, great skills for a big man.
Well, he passes and he shoots and he handles. He's a great conduit for a half-court offense. He can play up-tempo or bang in the half-court. I don't think casual fans appreciate just how much he brings to the table, but general managers and coaches do.
So Horford gets 2.
Not your typical big man free throws there. He's lights out.
Thomas against Parker. He kicks it to Gasol. Outside Leonard. Down low. Aldridge down low. He's guarded by Johnson. Let's go. And the shot no good. A bit short. Boston leading by 3. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Johnson with a screen on Parker. Thomas kicks to Horford. And it's Horford again missing. So it's San Antonio now. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston.
Yeah, and they got the better of this matchup both times they faced off last season. Do they still have their number?
Well, we'll find out. Such talent on the floor tonight on each side of the matchup. There's some conference pride at stake, too. Both teams being among the cream of the crop in the East and the West.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
It's one of those things the team hits from downtown. The other side immediately wants to get back those points.
Here's Parker. Up and in on the layup.
And Parker just super efficient at shooting from inside the paint with shots like that one.
The Celtics have gone 2 of 6 from the field. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with Brad Stevens. He knows they have to dig in on defense. They're facing a really talented offense. He said if those guys get going, we're going to be on the wrong end of some long runs. We have to be disciplined, work together, and make those second, third, and fourth efforts on plays. Whatever it takes to get a stop. We'll see if they can get a win in this first matchup between the teams this year. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thanks for the great update, guys. What's your take on coach's strategy here?
I'll tell you what, he doesn't sugarcoat it at all. I mean, it's a challenge going up against a team that is just as potent offensively as this group is, and he wants his guys to be mentally prepared for it.
Yeah, I think their coach would like them to be extremely physical as well. All the strategy in the world can't make up for good old-fashioned toughness and heart.
Horford sets a screen for Brent. A rebound by Gasol.
Ill-advised shot there.
And he knows it. Got locked into scoring mode. Couldn't pull it back.
Right side Bradley takes a 3. A rebound by the Spurs. Parker outside. Outside Leonard. He feeds it to Gasol. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Gasol's got his second basket of the game.
Man, they're operating on the same page thus far. 4 of 5 have found the net.
Horford double team. He dishes it to Bradley. Crowder kicks to Horford. Bradley passes to Crowder. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Johnson, and Gasol sends it back.
And really, Gasol does an incredible job getting his hands up in the air, which results in a ton of rejection.
I mean, the guy just flat out competes, incredibly aggressive on the offensive glass and the stick back.
Leonard, and the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Bounced it through for the assist. Nice execution. Well, the Spurs have 3 future Hall of Famers. There's no doubt about it. And even with the acquisition of LaMarcus Aldridge, there's no question who is the Spurs' best player. It is Kawhi Leonard. Quietly, he's made that leap into superstar status. Although, don't ask him about it because he won't tell you anything.
Now, here's Thomas. 6 points for him. Johnson the screen. Bradley with the ball. Now Green defending. Bradley can't get it to go. Spurs have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Parker dishes to Green. Feeds it to Gasol. Pass to Parker. Johnson with the block. They retain possession.
With those long arms and with the high release point, Leonard is practically daring you to foul him. Well, coming into the league, Kawhi Leonard was not a perimeter shooter, but he's developed into one of the league's finest. No longer a spot-up threat, though. He can create some offense on the block, able to handle the ball and bully smaller players with that massive frame at 230, just moving defenders around.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And, Brent, you look at the growing offensive role for Kawhi Leonard. For as many touches as he gets, he hardly ever turns the ball over.
Well, have you seen his hands, Kevin? How would you get the ball away from those things? You just don't find players who can score in isolation, space the floor, and protect the ball as well as he does.
Leonard hits them both.
And right there, you can see the time that's put in at the free throw strike.
Outside Thomas. Inside. He's looking for Horford and finds him. Tries it from 9. And the bank shot is good.
Well, anytime he gets it down low, that's where he's going to feast. That's his bread and butter.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
And the Celtics, really since the departure of the big 3 and Rajon Rondo, doing an amazing job of stockpiling assets and draft picks all along while still being competitive. So you had to know, though, that front office wouldn't hesitate to make a big move. This is an organization that seeks to compete for championships and nothing else.
And so it's San Antonio with it. And here's Mills. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Latrey. Here's Gasol. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
Yeah, it looks like he got to that shot just after it reached its apex. Those can be tough ones to gauge.
And the Celtics making a change here. Smart's checked in. Boston's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Dishes it to Johnson. Now here's Brown. From 11 feet away. Fader on the way. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And the Celtics last season in a quote-unquote rebuild mode. And yet, Greg, they were among the best teams in the NBA, certainly the East. Did they need to make any trades?
You know, they basically had to start combining assets. They were already one of the deepest teams in the league. They had 3 first-round picks in that 16 draft, 3 second-rounders. At some point, you have to make a quantity for quality trade because you only get 15 spots.
Now here's Smart after the miss from Pau Gasol. Smart kicks to Thomas. Johnson the screen to the inside, up off the screen, and then Johnson with the dunk.
Well, he has a great ability to lead his man with the pass, puts him in great position to score.
And Mills kicks to Gasol. Out to the right wing. Aldridge down low. Brown's there, and he makes that once. Aldridge has got his first 2 points.
So difficult to defend Aldridge inside. He can go around you or shoot over you, pretty much whatever he wants to do.
Now Thomas, he has 6. Thomas a screen. Horford the pass to Smart. Clock at 6. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Here's Horford. No good off the back of the rim.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Pass to Ginobili. And that's going to be a travel.
And now let's take a look at the stats for Thomas. Just an incredible month of basketball. 10th in assists. And he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
To the paint, and stolen by Aldridge. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by the Celtics. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
The offense just struggled mightily in that game. They went stretches where points just became very difficult to come by.
I think mostly they just did not give themselves a chance on the inside. They settled too much for the jump shot. I would have liked to have seen a better effort to get the ball to the paint.
Mills dishes to Ginobili. Leonard on the wing, looking for Gasol. He gets it there. It's good. Gasol's got 8 points.
And the stick-with-it attitude of Gasol, just overwhelming the defense with his length.
Leonard against Brown. Right side, Thomas. The shot. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Thomas got the game tied up here for the Celtics.
Yeah, he's been precise on offense. I don't think he's made one mistake on that end of the floor so far.
And Mills kicks to Leonard. At the elbow, it's Gasol. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Brown. Nice ball movement by Boston. That gives them the lead. He's got 6.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Mills with it. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
Well, he lacks some size and some strength, but Mills creative in the inside to finish that one.
Now here's Smart. Horford with the screen on Ginobili. Smart misses.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
And here's Leonard from 3. That shot, no good. And it's Boston the other way.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Outside Thomas. 17-foot shot on the way. Horford, no luck.
He just doesn't seem to be himself shooting the ball right now, guys. Just looks a tad bit uneasy, and that's affecting the result.
Now here's Ginobili. Aldridge kicks to Mills. 6 on the shot clock. Good-looking screen by Gasol. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Aldridge misses.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Johnson the screen. Thomas passes to Horford. Brown outside. And there's the pass to Smart. Now the dish to Horford. That one rolling around and rims out.
That's just terrific court awareness there. The defense knew it was coming and just totally suffocated him.
Here's Leonard. And it's, yeah, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
And he beats the buzzer to end the quarter.
Like a guy delivering ice, a very cool customer there. He knew the clock was winding down, but hit it as though there was no other shot.
And Celtics head coach Brad Stevens lured away from a very successful tenure with the Butler Bulldogs. He talked about the challenge of making that decision.
The only hard part of that decision is leaving a place that you really loved for 13 years. I couldn't have left without knowing that it was a place that we were going to stay together and really commit to a process together. And I was sold on that, and I continue to be sold on it.
I wonder if Coach Brad Stevens feels like he's recruiting another college class with all those draft picks bought in his stockpile.
I know he's feeling real good about his decision. He's one of the bright coaching stars in our league.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
Just the start they're looking for in this game. Solid offensively through the first.
Well, they snuck out to the lead partly because of the play calling, largely because of the execution.
On the floor for San Antonio, Parker and Green, the tried and tested backcourt. Dwayne Dedmon is out there with David Lee, and it's Anderson in at the small forward position. Boston on D, trailing by 2. Just 5 on the clock.
Coach Pop often talks about the value of corporate knowledge, the procedures and shared philosophies that guide his basketball teams year after year. They're actually compiling a database called the Spurs Way to make sure that knowledge is passed down over time.
The Spurs shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. That free throw good from Anderson. And we're seeing less post play now than we have in the past, but big men, Brent, who know when and where to cut to the rim, still finding plenty of opportunities to score.
Well, I think about a guy like Ed Davis in Portland, who's a great slasher.
Good example.
Long arms, in the right spot at the right time, and cleaning up misses from perimeter players who are coming in and trying attempts around the basket. The idea, Kevin, is simply this. If you play with a guy with a back to the basket and he's not drawing double teams, what he's doing for you is getting in the way. And so coaches have moved off the post-up game in the league.
Screen by Olynyk. Here's Green. And he overshot that one, missing.
Not a good pick there. If I'm shooting the ball and I'm looking at him, I'm asking, where is the effort? You've got to do a better job of screening.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one thing you've heard over the years about Amir Johnson is that his box score stats may not wow you, but belie his impact on the court. Coach Brad Stevens said he just knows how to play both ends. He makes easy plays with the ball, and then on the defensive end, he makes everyone better. Indeed, a two-way impact player, Kevin.
He's a plus-minus standout, D.A. Thank you. And he makes the first. And Tony Parker, the 3rd Frenchman ever to play in the NBA, and unquestionably the best.
Well, we've seen a lot of his countrymen follow in his footsteps, and he came over so young. At that time, he was the youngest point guard in the NBA since Magic Johnson was in 1979. And like Magic, he quickly earned some championship hardware.
And Parker drops them both.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
The feed now to Zeller. Here's the screen. Pass to Green. Green missing again. San Antonio leading by 6. Parker outside. Stolen by Smart. Second quarter of basketball.
Okay.
That's how you attack. Wow. And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
Yeah, he picked up the ball clean. He has a sneaky court awareness that you have to be careful around. That time results in the steal.
And the Celtics, a stifling defensive ball club under head coach Brad Stevens.
I mean, tremendous perimeter defenders. One of the top-rated teams in the league in terms of steals. And even without being a dominant defensive rebounding and shot-blocking team, they were so good on the wings that it didn't matter. And when Parker gets his legs under him from that mid-range area, he is incredibly accurate.
Screen by Olynyk. Green inside the three-point line. Rebound San Antonio. Anderson outside. Kicks to Parker. Picked by Lee. Just 5 on the clock. All sorts of time. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And it's a 7-point Spurs lead.
Yeah, and that's what you want from your point guard. Parker distributing the ball wonderfully on that possession.
And the call will be against Tony Parker. That's his first foul. So it's the Celtics now. And Zeller kicks to Green. In the corner, Smart with it. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Smart's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Spurs leading by 4. There's the pick. Here's Parker. Anderson against Green. Anderson kicks to Dedmon. Green dishes to Lee. A second chance effort. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. Boston's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Smart. Taking a look at his stats. He's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Outside Bradley. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And at this point in his career, Marcus Smart, more of a defensive specialist, you know, offensively an improving shooter and an improving decision maker as well. But his defense is where he hangs his hat. And I do think, though, you're starting to see a gradual improvement in terms of his ability to make open shots.
Now here's Parker. He has 6. Inside, out to Lee. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And talking about the defensive prowess of Marcus Smart, there's no question, Greg, at 6'4", 220, he's got almost a football-like build, and I know you like football.
Yeah, if football was his first love, played strong safety and wide receiver, and plays a little bit of that in the NBA as it is. He brings that physicality and fire to the hardwood. It can be an intimidating presence on the defensive side of the floor.
A free throw drops for Lee. The Spurs making a switch here. Simmons is checked in. And both free throws good for Lee. And team chemistry is so interesting to look at, Brent. You see some teams like the Warriors, players accept lesser roles. Andre Iguodala stands out, a Finals MVP 2 years ago. But on other teams, it's a problem. What creates, in your mind, that difference?
I think you have to understand who you are first and foremost. I know Greg Popovich all the time talks about guys checking their ego at the door and understanding how important it is for you to accept your role. And the quicker you do it, Kevin, the more you can accomplish in the season. I played many years in the NBA where a lot of guys did not understand what the coach was asking them to do until after the All-Star break. And after they accepted the role, the team would have this great run of wins.
Wonderful run.
But too late. If it was 2 months sooner, it would have been teams that would have participated in the postseason.
Coaches, GMs, they love the skill, but they also like the mind that goes with it and the framework with which they're going to play on that team.
It speaks to guys having maturity, Kevin, and that's sometimes hard to come by with how young the league is.
And that one falls for Zeller. He hits both from the stripe. And the stability of the San Antonio roster has always been one of their strengths, but with the departure of some of their veteran stalwarts, this Spurs team has a new look.
It's been really interesting how they've restructured what it is the franchise's foundation is going to be as they move forward. Obviously, Kawhi Leonard and LaMarcus Aldridge becoming the pillars of what the next 5 or 6 years of San Antonio Spurs basketball will be.
San Antonio again missing. The Celtics have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And here's Smart. He's got 6. He kicks it to Zeller. To the middle. Green, the pass to Smart. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
The only way you're going to challenge him in that situation, you have to attack with more power.
And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball. Here's Bradley. The shot that time, not on target. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. To the middle. Lee kicks to Dedmon. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. They set the pick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Anderson has it in the corner. Offline with his 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Bradley kicks to Smart. He feeds it to Zeller. 17-foot shot on the way. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
Just couldn't get a hand in the face on that one.
And this is where genetics may come into play, using that height, especially to get off the mid-range jumper.
Oh, here's Parker. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Charlotte.
And also, his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
Lee against Olynyk. Here's Dedmon. And it falls over the rim and in. Dedmon's got his first basket. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth. And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now, and maybe wants to make some changes.
There might also be an opportunity here that he can exploit a mismatch. We'll see.
Brown, he's checked in for Boston. Isaiah Thomas comes in for Smart. Then for the Spurs. Bertanis, he's checked in for Lee. Ginobili comes in for Jonathan Simmons. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Now here's Bradley. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Nets in Brooklyn. He dishes it to Thomas. 3-pointer. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. A chance here to take a moment and compare the front court and back court scoring on the night for San Antonio.
And the front line carrying the load offensively. They always say reward the big men and credit the guards for getting them the ball and enabling these guys to fill it up.
Thomas a screen. And here's Bradley from 3.
Oof, ugly second quarter for him, and now I think he's starting to really force the issue.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
The 3 from Mills. Zeller grabs the board. Boston trailing. Outside Thomas to the middle. Here's Olynyk. Rebound San Antonio.
That set had everything but the finish. You know, even though they missed that shot, they know they will convert that more times than not.
It's stolen by Brown. Thomas dishes to Olynyk, and there it is for him. And the Celtics lead by 1. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Mills, that's a 2-pointer, and that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And the more versatile Mills becomes offensively, the harder it will be to defend it.
Outside Thomas. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
Great effort to go out and challenge that shot. Hard to stay cool under that kind of pressure. Yeah, pretty much unforced there on the bad pass. He has to just make better decisions on the delivery when he's getting it to his teammates.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Al Horford is checked in for Tyler Zeller, and it's Johnson in for Kelly Olynyk. Horford double team. Picked by Horford. Brown outside. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Horford. Shoots from 12. The shot's good. Brown making the play. 6 points for Horford.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Out to the right wing. There's the pass to Mills. Anderson the screen. Down low, off the screen, and finished off by Anderson.
Well, this is something he's working on. A good natural leader from the point guard position wants to help out by becoming a better facilitator.
Boston's gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Coach Greg Popovich named the new head coach for the U.S. national team for the next 4 years. Brent, I bet you like that selection.
Oh, I love that selection, especially with Pop's military background. And he's been an assistant for Team USA since 2002. So he's done a lot of great things in the pros, but I know Pop takes a great deal of pride, not only in his country, of course, but certainly in coaching that team.
And there's no doubt Al Horford, a complete, well-rounded player. He's a star. He's an all-star, but he's not really a go-to scorer. Brent, can you win without that kind of guy on your team?
Well, you're going to need at least one of them, Kevin, but a guy who plays his role like Al Horford has done in the past is very, very coveted. He goes about his business on a daily basis, and then every night consistently coaches can rely on his performance.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Pau Gasol has checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. LaMarcus Aldridge comes in for Kyle Anderson. And it's Leonard in for Bertans. And Al Horford drops them both. Brent, when you played, you were known for your passing and point forward. Much of the time, it seems that ball movement has really become paramount for the best offenses in the NBA. Would you agree?
I absolutely agree, and I love the fact that you would classify me as a forward.
You could play any position.
Wing,
you could play
wing.
4 positions.
It's a positionless game nowadays,
and
Kevin.
you were
I don't know if you've read articles.
And you were positionless in so many ways.
Sometimes the coach position you on the bench.
Unjustly. Gasol with the steal. And here we go. And here we go. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You take a look at the Thunder. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And, of course, San Antonio, 3.5 back.
And, you know, right now for San Antonio, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
Well, the goal is very defined. They have to have a strong finish to the season and make sure they get home court advantage for at least the first few rounds of the playoffs.
Leonard hits them both.
Getting to the foul line more and more these days. Kawhi has become the complete package.
Outside Thomas. Passes it to Horford. Outside Bradley. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Bradley's got himself going with the triple. His first basket of the game. San Antonio's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Now here's Mills. To the middle. Here's Leonard, and he goes right over Jaylen Brown and slams it down.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Here's Horford. After the basket by San Antonio. Top of the key, Bradley. And again, Boston with the triple.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
1:25 left in the first half. And Mills gets to Gasol. And the wide open shot from Ginobili. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Ginobili's got the game tied up here for the Spurs. Now Thomas. 29 points for him last game against the Nets in Brooklyn.
And don't forget about his playmaking in that game either. I mean, he did a great job of attacking the D and creating opportunities for both himself and his teammates.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
Now here's Ginobili. 9 points last game out. Leonard with no one around. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Well, the shooting percentage is excellent so far, and without him, they might not have the lead like they do now.
Thomas kicks to Horford. Thomas dishes to Horford. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Horford's got 6 in the quarter.
Even when the defense puts a hand in his face, Horford focused enough to knock down the basket.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Leonard kicks to Mills. No good on the triple. Boston trailing. Brown the pass to Thomas. With 1 on the clock, and the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Spurs out in front. They're up by 1. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Brad Stevens. Coach, what did you think of your team's energy in the first half?
I think the energy's fine. I thought we did look a little gassed at the end of that first stint for some of our starters, but I thought for the most part it was good.
Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It's an interesting battle going on tonight. Ernie Johnson here with you folks, alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. You are watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He ended up with 17 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
Well, the shooting accuracy was on point. There was good play calling, of course, by the coaching staff, but it was great execution by the team.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Boston?
Well, they've been getting worked on the glass. Out-hustled, out-muscled, out-bustled. Where's the fight? I know they got some tough matchups down low, but if they really want to win the game, they need to crash the boards way harder in the second half.
And that about wraps it up, as the second half is just moments away. Now down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew, and we will see you after the game, won't we?
Yes, we will.
Yes, we will.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Well, showed great discipline and only took good shots. So we'll see if he can keep that decision-making up here in the third.
San Antonio leading. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Green is out there with Johnson. And it's Horford in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the Boston 5. Aldridge with it. Now Green defending. Back to Aldridge. Just 5 to shoot. The jump hook pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. Aldridge has got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Spurs. Thomas kicks to Horford. Gasol with the steal. Here's Aldridge. And it's good in the assist by Parker. 6 points for LaMarcus Aldridge.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Celtics trail by 5. Johnson the screen. Green inside the three-point line. A rebound by Gasol. Gasol's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And Brent, you won 2 titles playing for the Spurs. In a lot of ways, the model franchise in the NBA. What's their secret?
Well, Kevin, if I told you the secret, it wouldn't be one anymore. But really, it starts at the top with their general manager and, of course, Greg Popovich. When you continue the lineage that they've had between David Robinson and Tim Duncan, it's such a strong foundation for what it is that players are expected to do. And of course, they define their roles every time a new player is with their ball club. It's been sustained success. And most teams, Kevin, now basing their systems on the Spurs model of continued success.
And finished off by Leonard.
And don't give a cerebral player like Leonard that kind of opening. He'll read that gap.
The Celtics shooting about 42% so far. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, smartphones and other technology are ubiquitous nowadays. Clippers head coach Doc Rivers says teams do pay a price. Social media and texting has absolutely hurt chemistry, he said. He recalled his championship season with the Celtics. One of the best things that happened to them was during the preseason in Italy, the players couldn't get a wireless signal, and they had to actually talk with one another. Kevin?
Yeah, that connection between players can make a difference. Thanks, David. Thomas. No good again that time.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Green kicks to Parker. Feeds it to Aldridge. Parker outside. To the inside. And stolen by Horford. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
Defense wanting no part of Al Horford when he's moving like that. All they could do was foul him on the drive.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
Performed well thus far this season with a 78% clip.
And the first one drops. Marcus Smart's checked in for Boston. And Al Horford drops them both. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the 3rd. Parker kicks to Gasol. Outside Leonard. Green the screen. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Gasol. Rebounded by the Celtics.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Outside Thomas. Dishes to Horford. Smart up top. Thomas, it's an open look. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 3 assists now in this one.
He's an average 3-point shooter at best, but the defender still has to come over and respect it.
Now here's Green. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Parker against Thomas. Shoots from 8 and stolen by Horford. Fast break. Here they come. Releases. No good off the front iron.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, you want your guys to attack with confidence, but that's just a bad look.
Now here's Parker. He's got 8. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And when you think about it, speed, such a fundamental part of Parker's game. You wonder how well he'd age in the NBA.
Well, one season he almost led the league in points in the paint, and that's for a point guard. So those days are gone. He relies more on a deadly in-between game. He's the youngest of the Spurs' big 3, but with his hamstring injury just 2 seasons ago, we look to manage those minutes a little bit more carefully.
Boston making some changes. Zeller, he's checked in for Horford. Kelly Olynyk comes in for Amir Johnson. And it's Brown in for Jay Crowder. San Antonio also making some changes. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Gasol. Lee comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Kyle Anderson in for Leonard.
And Parker just so skilled at marching his way to the stripe. He just has an endless amount of cunning moves that consistently frustrate the opposition.
Smart misses.
Well, if they had an edge at halftime, they might have lost it. Beginning this half, 1 of 5.
Stolen by Smart. And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball. Here's Olynyk. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Clearly a foul.
Celtics haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
That free throw, no good. He doesn't get the second one. Spurs leading by 4. Parker outside. Pass to Green. Knocked loose. They need this one. Anderson can't get it to go. The Celtics have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. A very slow start offensively. And the call will be against Tony Parker. That's foul number 2 for him. By Olynyk. Here's Zeller. Good, and Smart gets the assist. 9 points for Tyler Zeller.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Parker kicks to Lee. Back to Parker. Inside. Dedmon's shot is off. Boston's got the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Brown outside. To the paint. Here's Zeller. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
Yeah, you gotta like the aggressive D going for the block, but he got it just as it was on its way down.
Thomas against Parker. Lee kicks to Parker. Shot to stop the drought. They kick it out to Green. San Antonio again missing. The Celtics have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas.
Not exactly sure what was happening there inside the heads of the players, but very frustrated they couldn't capitalize on the opportunity.
Mills, he's checked in for San Antonio. For San Antonio, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Outside, Green. The pass to Dedmon. Back to Green. A floater. That one misses. Excellent D from Thomas. And the call will be against David Lee. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Thomas kicks to Smart. It's stolen by Green.
And we've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. Both those turnovers could have been avoided.
Anderson outside. Outside, Green. Buries the long-range jumper.
This is what Green brings to the offense, the unwavering confidence to rise up and hit threes.
Smart with the ball. He has 6. Outside Thomas. Screen by Olynyk. Thomas kicks to Olynyk. 6 to shoot. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Mills dishes to Lee. The feed now to Anderson. There's the pick. Pass to Green. The dish to Lee. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got his 4th rebound in this one. Brown the pass to Zeller. The Celtics working the ball around now. Kept alive. The kick out to Brown. Sinks the three-pointer. Brown's got it all tied up now for the Celtics.
And that's just tremendous confidence from Brown. Going up with the shot right away and giving the D no time to react.
Now here's Mills. Kicks it to Anderson. Lee outside. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Lee's got 6 points.
As many attempts as you can get in close, those are high percentage.
Thomas kicks to Zeller. Poke loose. And now in transition is Mills. Here we go. And he lays that one in. Now it's a 4-point Spurs lead.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Well, if Parker is the slower point guard at this point, Patty Mills comes in and definitely changes the pace for the Spurs. Out of Australia, a shoot-first guard who can hit off the bounce and off the catch. And so that three-point shooting ability puts pressure on teams. He's also a pest defensively, likes to get up and into guys.
And Brent, you talk about Mills' ability to pressure defensively. Very quick, and he gets a lot of steals.
Well, sometimes he can get caught gambling at times, can Patty, but on the whole, a very capable defender, a bit of a gnat out there, and a valuable player when you consider he went undrafted out of St. Mary's of Moraga.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Jay Crowder comes in for Tyler Zeller, and it's Gerald Green in for Thomas. That one good for 2. Crowder's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
And it's a result of the defense not doing its job in the low post, boxing out and preventing second chance points.
Now here's Mills. He has 6. Brown outside for the lead. And it's Green missing. Spurs have gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14. Green kicks to Lee. Here's Mills. He feeds it to Anderson. 7-foot shot. He kicks to Lee. Second chance shot. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, easy call.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. Bradley's checked in for Brown. And he's good on the second. And the Celtics with possession here. It's a three-point game. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. A shot by Crowder, no good. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Now here's Mills. D right on him. The tray. Rebound Boston. Olynyk got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And here's Smart. He's got 6. He dishes it to Olynyk. Outside Crowder passes it to Green. Clock at 6. Boston again missing.
I mean, I don't know. Does he look a couple steps slow today? He needs to shake that off and get into the zone and get on the scoreboard.
And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
A minute 42 left here in the third quarter. Anderson the screen. And here's Mills for 3. Cans it from downtown. Mills has got 9.
For all the strides he's made in other parts of his game, Mills remains at his heart a dead-eye three-point shooter.
Olynyk dishes to Crowder. Here's Bradley. The rebound by the Spurs. Lee's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's Ginobili. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Crowder. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Some changes for Boston. Al Horford's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Johnson comes in for Crowder. And it's Brown in for Gerald Green. And that one falls for Ginobili. And some changes here for the Spurs. Pau Gasol's checked in for Lee. LaMarcus Aldridge comes in for Anderson. And Kawhi Leonard subbed in for Daniel Green. Both free throws good from Ginobili.
Well, even in these limited minutes, Emmanuel Manu Ginobili continues to provide elite play at the shooting guard position. Finds ways to impact the game. If he's not scoring, it's his playmaking and just his spirit that helped the Spurs in many instances.
And Brent, do you think when it's all said and done that Ginobili has the chance to go down as the greatest 6th man in NBA history?
Well, I've checked the numbers on John Havlicek, and he might have something to say about that. But Manu was on a very short list of a guy who's accepted his role and then excelled at it to championship caliber play.
And so Bradley nails both of them. Spurs leading by 6. Now here's Mills. He's got 9. From outside the arc, down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
58 seconds left in the third. Smart passes to Horford. Johnson with it. Picked up by Aldridge. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. And the bonus will go to the free throw line. That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. There's 49 seconds left to play in the third. Feeds to Aldridge. Back to Mills. Dishes to Leonard. Good looking screen by Gasol. Shot clock at 6. To the middle. Fades and shoots. And the Spurs scoring again.
That's where Aldridge burns defenses repeatedly. His mid-range game is so advanced and so polished, evidenced by that shot there.
Now here's Smart. He has 6. Picked by Horford. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Bradley. It's tipped. There's the triple. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
Whoa, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Spurs lead by 12. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And meanwhile, Coach Brad Stevens talking to his team.
Piece by piece, chip away. See if you can't, next time we get together, have it down a few.
Brad Stevens reminding his guys, you still have time to get where you want to be. Just take it one possession at a time.
Well, he wants them to relax. I mean, there are going to be ups and downs over the course of a game. Just breathe and play.
And we're rolling here again with the 4th quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Celtics trail by 12. On the court right now for the Spurs. Manu is at the 2 with Leonard playing the 3. Aldridge out there with Pau Gasol. And it's Parker in at the 1 spot. Thomas against Parker. Brown kicks to Horford. Celtics passing it around. And it's Brown missing.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
That's the power and strength he brings. Kawhi able to absorb the contact. I'm not even sure he felt it and still knocks it down. And LaMarcus at 6'11" is capable of playing both the power forward spot and, as the league moves forward, the center position. He favors playing the 4, but that versatility was huge in the Spurs signing him and keeping him around, something every team would value.
And when you talk about Aldridge at the 4 or at the 5, Brent, which position do you think he's best in?
Well, Kevin, seeing the league going smaller and smaller, he's more skilled, I think, than most centers at that 5 spot. He's got great foot speed, lateral movement's good, and he can stay in front of the smaller players, and that enables him to stay big against small ball lineups.
Leonard draws the double, kicks it out to Ginobili. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. And that's now 8 points for Ginobili.
We all know what he can do from out there. At this stage, it might be better to body up Ginobili and force him to work harder and put it on the floor.
Johnson sends the screen for Thomas. Johnson outside. And the pass to Bradley. Back to Johnson. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Spurs leading by 16. We've gone about a minute and a half into the 4th quarter. Parker kicks to Leonard. Shoots the 3. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
And don't look now. If there's anything Leonard could improve upon, it's getting his teammates more involved. Exhibit A, that assist.
Horford with the screen on Parker. Thomas dishes to Horford. Yep, that one goes in there.
Beautiful entry feed right where his teammate could do something with it.
San Antonio's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Parker kicks to Aldridge. Now the feed to Parker. Gasol a screen. Outside Leonard. Clock at 4. Fires for 3. Kept alive. Aldridge kicks to Ginobili. Pass to Parker. The dish to Gasol. Goes back up. No good on the shot. Good work defensively by Horford. Parker against Thomas. They set the pick. Horford sets a screen for Thomas. That 3 off the mark. Spurs leading by 17. Parker kicks to Gasol. Outside Leonard. He feeds it to Parker. He dishes it to Ginobili. Here's Aldridge, and Aldridge slams it in.
Not just a great shot maker these days. Aldridge can still throw it down on you if you let him get all the way in.
Celtics have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Now a timeout called by Boston. And certainly LaMarcus Aldridge has the capability to be a go-to scorer, but Brett, he takes a lot of mid-range contested jump shots. Those aren't historically really Spurs types of shots.
Well, it's been interesting, Kevin, because LaMarcus Aldridge is so good at the mid-range that it's made Popovich rethink some of his offensive calibration, and they've searched him out in the spots where he's best. I think his comfort level continues to rise inside of this offense, and he'll get more and more efficient.
Yeah, it's got to be concerned with all the missed shots here, and every team goes through cold streaks. You just got to figure out a way to stay productive.
You just don't want to get to a point where you're forcing too much, not just letting the opportunities come within the flow of your offense.
Celtics making a switch here. Olynyk checked in. And San Antonio also making a switch. Daniel Green, he's checked in for Manu Ginobili. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Parker kicks to Green. It's stolen by Bradley. Now here's Bradley, the fast break opportunity. Thomas, good.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
If these guys are focused on making a push with the basketball, they can be very good.
Parker passes to Aldridge. Back to Parker. Outside Leonard. Good looking screen by Gasol. 5 to shoot. Leonard dishes to Gasol. Not going to go that time. And the Celtics going the other way now. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
And they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Johnson kicks to Olynyk. Nice ball movement by Boston. Takes the 3. Johnson's shot is off.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Now Parker. Gasol a screen. And here's Leonard from 3. Goes back up. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And really like how Gasol scrapes and claws for these boards. No one wants anything to do with him when he's attacking the glass.
And still a big wish list item for Commissioner Silver, creating a 2 years out of high school requirement for players coming into the NBA.
It's going to be interesting, Kevin. I'm all for anybody who has a talent to do something to be exposed to do it as soon as you possibly can. But for the good of the league, for the product as a whole, I think 2 years in college would be a great rule for our league. It'll save coaches time from teaching these young players how it is to be a pro and to play the pro game.
Parker passes to Aldridge. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got 6 rebounds in the game. Marcus Smart's checked in for Boston.
Substitution for Celtics. Marcus Smart.
Celtics trail by 18. It's Thomas outside. Drills the three-pointer. Thomas got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, he now has 4 3-pointers this game, guys, 2 in each half. He's really spacing out the floor for his teammates.
Gasol, a screen on Thomas. Parker kicks to Gasol. 3-pointer. And Boston with the rebound. Johnson's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And Thomas has it in the corner. Rebound, San Antonio. Parker with it. Gasol a screen. Lets it go from the wing. Aldridge. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got his 7th assist in the game. The Celtics have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the 4th quarter. Thomas against Parker. Thomas kicks to Johnson. Horford in the post. Aldridge is covering. Thomas against Parker. To the paint. Leonard dishes to Aldridge. Out to Parker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Johnson with the block. Goes back up. Green with the rebound. Spurs leading by 17. Here is Parker. They set the screen. Kicks it to Leonard. Gasol inside, working on Horford. Parker with a clean look, sinks the triple. Parker's got a couple of 3-pointers now in the 4th for the Spurs.
And Parker just so smart about knowing when to take 3-pointers. A lot of confidence from him there, sinking the outside shot.
Horford sets a screen for Smart. Horford with a screen on Parker. Thomas kicks to Horford. Trying his luck deep. San Antonio with the rebound. Gasol's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Parker passes to Gasol. He kicks it to Green. Thomas against Parker. Passes it to Leonard. Tries it from 19. And that one comes up a bit short. Celtics trail by 20. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Yeah, those are the shots that you expect him to make. You've seen it before, and so far, just not on his A game tonight.
Parker kicks to Aldridge. Parker with it. Now Thomas defending. Stolen by Smart. Bradley against Green. Thomas a screen. Outside Bradley. Down low. To end the drought. Thomas's shot is off. San Antonio leading by 20. Parker outside. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Parker. To the inside. Aldridge kicks to Gasol. And it's Parker in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. He can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Johnson. And Boston has possession. Feeds it to Smart. Horford kicks to Bradley. Launches it. Rebound San Antonio. Leonard dishes to Parker. And Brent, when you were drafted and played your first game, what was the biggest difference between the NBA and the college game that you noticed, in the first month or so as a pro?
When you step into an NBA practice gym, Kevin, and you watch a small forward or a power forward spot up and shoot 18-footers, you can immediately see the talent level and skill level difference between every college player and what the NBA player offers up. These are pros who get the job done, and you see it immediately.
Well, they always talk about the speed. I'm sure that plays into it, too. The difference in the speed level from college to pro.
Well, speed, strength, size, intellect. Tell me when you want me to stop,
But skill is at the top for you.
The skill of the big men is something that you can immediately see and is decidedly different from between college and the NBA.
Great answer. And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Lee's checked in for Gasol. Bertans comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Jonathan Simmons is checked in for Green. And it's Mills in for Parker.
Second player taken in the 2006 NBA draft, Aldridge has been an all-star multiple times and one of the game's most prolific scorers over the past decade.
We've got 1:13 left to play here in the fourth. Worked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Here are the Spurs with the ball. They've got an 8-0 run.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Spurs.
As one-sided as it gets today, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off. And one of the league's truly special talents making his mark. Once again, another great performance for Kawhi Leonard.
He was able to manufacture offense tonight, even when they had plays that broke down or he had multiple defenders on him. It just didn't matter. He was going to get his points any way he needed to.
Mills passes to Anderson. Dishes to Lee. And the pass to Bertans. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Well, doing things the right way and not letting up. Straight attack.
Here's Rozier. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Where do you think your team is right now at this point in the season?
Well, we've done a lot better. We've done a lot better recently, and we want to continue. We don't want to get complacent. I think we still got ways to go and things to improve. But we're definitely doing a lot better than we were.
Great performance tonight, pal. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard. Talk about setting the table. What a monster first half he had. Forced the defense into adjustments, and caused all sorts of problems trying to contain him.
There's a very short list of the league's best player, and Kawhi Sugar K. Leonard name should be on it. Defensively, oh yeah, you heard it here first, he's the top guy. And offensively, guess what? Ding, 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 newsflash, he's right up there too. I'm really happy to see how far he's come. Love watching him dominate a game like this one. Sugar K. Leonard, because his game is sweet.
His patience was incredible tonight. If he didn't have a good look, he kicked the ball out, partly because he had the confidence that his teammates would get it back to him. That's exactly what happened tonight.
And that'll wrap things up. Thank you for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and for the rest of the 2K Sports crew, the best in the business. This is Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.